What's up, listeners?
You were listening to CuboldCast.
A podcast focused on co-op and multiplayer gaming experiences. Our hosts are Caleb, myself, Jay,
What's up?
and Chug.
So what do you guys feel about the new Halo Infinite gameplay that came out today?
I actually thought it was pretty cool.
It looked really good, actually.
I'd say one thing I didn't really like, I think I was talking to you earlier about this, Chug, but
Yeah.
I don't even know the guy's name.
The Xbox guy?
Xbox.
No, I just sent to the gameplay. He didn't watch the conference.
No, it was the, like, I guess he's going to be the villain or whatever in the game.
Oh, yeah.
That guy.
I forgot the
When he
name
was-
of him.
Yeah, then when they shows his face is like, I don't know, the graphics were like in that like way.
Yeah.
It was a little weird when he was screaming into the camera.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you were watching it too. It was
I was
like,
like, what's going
I was
on
like-
right now?
this is getting lamer and lamer as this guy's talking.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
like weird.
It was like too dramatic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole conference was kind of weird. I don't know if you saw the first part, but they
Yeah.
kept bringing in these random YouTubers. Most of them
Oh, no,
no
I
one's
didn't
ever heard
actually.
of. And they're all just talking about what they love about Xbox and want to
And
see
the
what
guy
what
kept
the game.
asking the same question. He kept asking, "So, what are you guys expecting? What do you guys want to see in this like
What?
thing?" But he asked so many people the same question.
Wait, that was today?
yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't see it. When was that?
It was like 11.
Oh man.
11:30 maybe. Well, that was the pre-conference. I
Yeah,
think.
but
I'll have to
the
watch
actual
it later.
conference came out at like 12, and it went to 1, I think.
Oh.
Did you see any other games on there that were cool?
There was Stalker 2.
I've
Uh,
never
like the
played any of the
Stalker
Stalker
games?
games.
Sounds familiar.
I don't know. It's like a post-apocalyptic type of thing. State of Decay 3 is coming out.
Yeah, I heard
Um,
that.
Fable. I don't know if you've ever heard of the
I've heard of
Fable
Fables,
series.
yeah.
There's a new Fable coming out.
Do you
There's
know what that's
some-
about? Because I don't.
I don't know. It's
Isn't
in
it
like it's
Matt?
like fairy tale
Yeah, I was gonna
type
say, yeah.
type of a world. I've heard people really like the games.
Is it Wait, what is that? Third person?
It's third person.
platformer?
No, it's like a RPG type of thing.
Oh, okay.
You know, I think that might be connected to Wolf Among Us somehow.
Fable?
I don't know, I was reading about Wolf Among Us the other day, and there's like a bunch of comics that coincide with it.
Huh.
And Wolf Among Us is actually a prequel to those comics, but I think they're called like Fable comics or something.
You might be thinking of something different
I might.
because
I don't know.
Fable is like
Way
way
different.
back in the past type of thing, and there's like magical fairies and different things. It's more fairy tale type.
Wolf Among Us is fairy tale.
Well, that's like
It's
Well,
like modern fairy tale.
yeah. I'm actually really excited to play that game. Did we all get that bundle on Humble Bundle?
Yeah, we all
yeah,
got
we
it.
did.
Yeah. What is it? Batman Telltale series?
Dude, I've played the first Batman Telltale. It's really good.
Is it?
I've wanted to play the second one, so
I've seen some stuff about the Joker and that. And I think you can, I don't know if like you can actually do it, but you can actually turn the Joker good or something by your choices.
Huh.
I don't know.
Interesting.
I love those
Yeah.
types of games though that like give you the
Give you
choice to
options.
do whatever you want. It's
I like them too. I just sometimes it's nice to have a linear story
oh yeah, of
where
course.
like the outcome is how they intended it to be. But stuff like vampire and stuff, that's interesting to really kind of the choices you make they're weighted.
Well, Detroit Become Human.
That looks so good.
I finished it the other day and I started playing through it again, and then I got another game and then I started playing that. So I didn't get to finish it twice, but
yeah,
I saw you playing it, and it actually looked really interesting.
it really does.
But the thing is, I saw the ending with him, or at least a couple.
haven't
of
seen
no,
the
endings.
there's
ending.
there's multiple endings.
Yeah,
So it's just depends on
I
how
haven't
you
seen
go
the
through it.
ending, but even watching you play it for what, like an hour or two,
Yeah.
I was already invested in the characters that I knew nothing about.
Connor.
Yeah, Connor,
Yes.
and then the other guy.
There's Marcus, Connor,
Marcus,
and Kara.
yeah, it looks really cool. Actually,
It's-
I actually
Troy
might play
Baker.
that game eventually.
What
Is
did it?
Troy Baker in there?
No, I don't think he was.
You said Troy Baker was that one guy.
You mean Clancy Brown,
Oh, who's Clancy Brown?
Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob.
Oh, I thought you said it was Troy Baker. Okay.
No.
he plays Mr. Krabs.
No, I was talking to you about Tales from the Borderlands. The main Reese is
Oh,
Troy
okay.
Baker.
Same voice actor.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
I gotta
man.
tell you this.
Okay.
Tales from the Borderlands. There's two main characters, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Reese, which is the guy character, his voice. Troy Baker did his voice, and then there's Fiona, who's the other main character, and that's the voice of Abby from Last of Us 2. So it's really weird because I played Tales from the Borderlands before I played Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah.
So when I played through it,
Oh, you heard.
it
the
was a
voice.
little bit weird Like hearing
was the character in Borderlands, was she a She-Hulk too?
No, she was not.
Was she actually likable?
Oh yeah, the two main characters in Tales of the Borderlands are likable.
Oh, it's already starting.
It's already started.
Chug, you want to introduce the game?
Yeah. Okay. So last week we posted. No, wait. Was it? Wait. When was it?
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. Well, no, it came out or we released it last week. So
well,
yeah.
I mean, we're gonna be releasing this next week.
Yeah.
So 2 weeks ago we did a podcast on The Last of Us.
Yeah.
And we also said we were going to do a Last of Us 2 podcast in the future. So that's what we're doing today. I don't really know what else to say because we're pretty much going to be explaining about
we're going to do it the same way we did last week, which the first part of it is going to be no spoilers.
Mm-hmm.
So if you haven't played the game, you can listen to that. And when we get to the second part, we're going to warn you there's going to be spoilers, and we're going to talk about the ending.
That's going to be about halfway through this podcast.
I think at this point, we don't really need to explain much about the game. I mean, if you're listening to this, you most likely have listened to the first Last of Us podcast. And I think by this point, there's been so much media exposure that everyone knows what the game is about.
Yeah.
So there's a lot.
It had a lot to live up to.
Exactly.
A lot.
So much.
With the ending of the first game, with her.
Yeah.
We're not going to spoil the first game for you guys because just in case.
Well, what was I going to say? Yeah, no, it really did have a lot to live up to. What was it? 7 years?
2012 it came out, yeah. So 8 years.
You know, I think the first trailer came out, what was it?
2015, I thought.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah. I remember watching that and being so excited for it.
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, I didn't know what to think. I mean, I was excited for it, but the trailer they showed, I don't think it was that great.
You're also confused, too. You're like, how could they, go any farther than they already have?
Well, I think we can all say that, if we were being honest, there really is no reason for a second game. The first game was so good it could stand alone forever.
Exactly.
But yeah, the trailer, I thought it was intriguing.
There's that one really violent trailer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that was more
Abby.
recent.
Yeah, within the last year or something.
Yeah, but honestly,
there's a lot of controversy over that too.
I mean, the whole game is extremely violent.
Mm-hmm.
Very violent.
But that scene in particular was one of the most violent scenes in the game.
Oh yeah, just disturbing.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna mention what the trailer was because I mean it's out there. You can go look at the trailer.
Yeah.
But there's one part where they capture a bunch of people and they break a girl's arms with a hammer, and then they start strangling another girl with a noose, and then she kills someone with her leg after someone shoots them with an arrow,
and then stabs that lady that they're strangling in the head with a hatchet.
Oh, yeah, it's just like a bunch of violence thrown at you, and you're like, what is going on?
Yeah.
But at least with the game, they give a lot of backstory behind it.
Yeah.
And there's good reason for a lot of the violence.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why they would release that single trailer.
I don't know. There's
weird choice.
So many other different scenes they could have released or something.
Like even part of the open worldish section.
Yeah.
If they released something from that, it would have been really good.
Well, you know what? Now that I think about it, that's probably what they were intending to do. They probably wanted a bunch of controversy so people would talk about it.
Maybe.
That's been the whole development of the game, though.
Yeah.
Constant controversy.
Yeah.
Wait, what about the controversy of the developers not allowing them to tell their aspect of the other half of the game, pretty much Abby's half?
Well, okay. So here's what happens. Or a lot of the controversy comes from when the game first came out. Or actually, you know what? Even before that, a couple days before that, a lot of content creators got a copy of the game, like most content creators get. But the problem with that was that there was a huge story leak before, and we'll talk about that later. A huge story leak that happened before the game came out, which that in itself has its own thing. But what happened was, I think it was Sony, and I also think it was Naughty Dog too, because there was an interview where they kind of exposed themselves. So I think Sony and Naughty Dog told the content creators that they cannot review more than 3 parts of the game. And basically everyone's reviews were based on those 3 areas of the game. Like Metacritic, IGN, all 10 out of 10s or 9 out of 10s, whatever, masterpiece. So
that's kind of dumb because the ending is like a really important part of the game.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make any sense for them to do that.
Yeah, they weren't able to review the game wholly, and that's why everyone was suspicious because they knew the leaks and then they saw the reviews and they were like, okay, something's up.
Especially the content creators, though, because they
Exactly.
knew they couldn't talk about the rest of the game. And so a lot of times they would be like, okay, there's something going on here if we can't play the rest of this.
Yeah.
Wait, they couldn't play it or they couldn't review
I don't think
it?
they could show footage or review.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Although okay, so I think there's two sides to that whole controversy. Is that the first side is big I guess organizations like Metacritic and things like that give it 10 out of 10, whatever. And then there was a YouTuber at the time when all that was happening. His name I think it's like Skill Up or something. He made a video that was complete polar opposite. I mean, he like totally trashed on the game.
Well, Metacritic is based off of a bunch of different critics giving
Yeah.
reviews. Those are mostly it's like IMDb for games.
Yeah.
It's user generated and then critic generated.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how they
Rotten
get the
Tomatoes
critic
type
score.
thing.
Yeah, I don't know how they get the critic score. Maybe they take a bunch of different websites and put their scores together.
Yeah, I don't know. Or like GameSpot or like big
The big names.
game things like that. Yeah.
Which I never usually follow their reviews anyway.
Yeah, me neither.
There's a little something for
There's a little
everyone.
something for everyone.
I knew you were
Makes
gonna say
feel
that.
like that, man.
I love when Donkey puts that in his videos.
That's awesome. But yeah, what I was saying before is that Skill Up made a video and he complete polar opposite. He totally trashed on the game. And a lot of people were praising him for that, but honestly, I think that he took advantage of the situation of everyone giving it good reviews and made a negative review so that he can get more.
So he didn't actually feel that way about the game. He just
I mean, he might have.
he just
he might
okay, I can
have.
see that.
He might have, but I think it was more of capitalizing on all the controversy at the time.
Okay.
And I think most people's opinions were swayed by the leaks.
Exactly.
Because
Oh,
I know
that's-
they were for me. And we'll talk about it
Mhm.
later during the spoiler section. But you, Chug, you had completely different thoughts than I did. And you didn't know a lot of the leaks.
I knew one thing.
You knew one
going
important
in,
thing.
A major leak.
major one, but that's it.
But
I
you didn't know
anything
specifics.
else.
So you had a different opinion of the story when you played it.
Exactly.
Which I actually find that a couple weeks after I've played it, my opinion is slightly changing of it in a bad way.
In a bad way. You know what? I actually feel the same. We'll talk about it later when we get into the spoiler, but I actually feel the same. Yeah, it's like it like resonates like after time, and you start. That's what's good about both the games is that you think about it. Like even weeks later, I'm still thinking about it like every now and then.
But that's for me. I'm not thinking about it, and
really,
it seems forgettable to me.
huh?
The first game stuck with me since 2012, since it came out.
Yeah. Well, the effect is. I don't think it's nearly as effective as the first game.
But this game, I almost forgot about it. I mean, the gameplay was enjoyable, but the story to me, I almost forgot about a lot of the characters.
Huh.
And a
Well,
lot of the
yeah.
stuff that happened.
I mean, you do forget about them pretty fast.
Which, yeah, they forget about
Yeah.
several characters after they die, and you're like, okay, you gotta just talk about this person again.
Yeah. That's one of my major issues is that I think that the game, we won't get into exact specifics, but the game throws so many characters at you and you don't have time to actually build some sort of connection with them. And then people die left and right, like throughout the game. And like you were saying, you can't even process it. Like they die and it's like, okay, moving on.
You're like, okay, I gotta shoot
it's
these guys
so
over here now.
fast.
Yeah, it's like, okay, let us at least first like the characters, build that relationship, and then if a death is gonna happen, at least give us time to like process it before you throw us in another battle or something.
Well,
Yeah,
that's what they're
exactly.
going for, though. I feel.
I know, but I don't know if it's as effective. Like the first game, you actually got to resonate with the characters.
Yeah, with
know?
Henry and his.
Yeah, Henry and even what's I forgot her name now. Tess.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you
And
got
I
to
never
resonate.
cared for Tess.
Yeah,
anyways,
but at least they introduced characters and had them in there for a little bit.
yeah, true.
I feel like there's a lot of lost potential with a lot of the characters.
Mm-hmm.
I
I think we should start off talking about the good.
Yeah.
Because there's a
Well,
lot of
we
good.
should actually start talking about because like maybe there's gonna be some people that don't really know anything about this game either. Maybe we could give them a little like information on how the game starts and like what it's about.
How it starts.
It's
I guess into spoiler
it's
territory.
It's no spoiler territory, but we can
Well-
at least talk about the beginning.
well, we could say that it's what is it? 5 years after the first game.
4 or 5, I think.
It's only 5 years? She looks so much older.
She's like 19.
She's 19? Why does she look like she's in her 20s?
She's like no. Well, yeah. No, I think she's like 19ish.
Huh.
Yeah. So yeah, the game is. I'm pretty sure it's like 4 or 5, 6 years after the first game, and we won't really talk about spoilers in the first game, but essentially that. I mean, I don't really know how deep we can get into it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. The game definitely is more focused towards Ellie. Actually, completely focused towards Ellie. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, her sections. I noticed someone said in a review, Ellie's sections are very calm, in contrast to Abby's that are just complete insanity.
That's actually really true, especially towards the end.
Like Abby's is just like full on confrontations with people, but Ellie's it's a lot of exploring and just calm walking around.
Yeah.
And
True.
more story based stuff.
I really enjoyed Ellie's part.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It was really cool. Like Mr. Ron put it, it's a linear game that makes you feel like it's open world.
Yeah.
Like you think there's a lot more than there is, but somehow you always find the way to go.
Yeah, it's so odd because there'd be this like big forest and you'd be walking through it. Somehow I knew exactly where to go.
Yeah, you're just like, I'm just gonna go left right here. I'll go left or right later on, and this is the only way you can go.
Yeah.
Like it looks like you can go
really
another
odd.
way.
In the first game, you remember how you can, like, you go into a house and then the guy's like, oh, maybe you can look around the house. But in this one, they don't say that, really.
Yeah.
You kind of just go wherever you want, pick up whatever you want, there's collectibles, a ton of collectibles. There's so much to explore.
And I'm happy to say that the satisfaction of looting in the first game hasn't gone away in this one. In fact, I actually think it probably
I think it's better.
increased. Yeah.
I've heard people say that they hated it, the exploration and looting, because it's like ridiculous. Because like a lot of what you're doing is looting.
But it's optional though.
Yeah, exactly.
And it makes it easier if you do loot. If you don't loot, you're just gonna have a harder time playing the game.
Yeah, one problem or one thing that I was scared for in this game was that they would go the route of giving you too much. You know.
Oh yeah.
But they didn't do that. It's still scarce. You still run out of ammo. I'd say even more so.
You
When there are
use
more zombie types.
material.
I know, yeah. And they're some of the new zombie types are so hard to kill. Like-
Shamblers.
Yeah, shamblers.
They're
Wait,
like bloaters, but less tanky.
true,
Are
yeah.
those the acidic guys?
Yeah, they
yeah.
corrosive spores or something they shoot out.
And it like burns your skin if you get killed.
Yeah. Or how about what is it? Stalkers?
Stalkers.
Oh, those things are
Those actually
terrifying.
made it creepy.
Yeah, I know.
It was almost horror like in the levels that there were stalkers.
Yeah, Jid, it was like the only time I ever got scared in that entire game was
Pretty
the
much, yeah.
stalkers.
There's a one scene where you go in a building with stalkers, and they're kind of like clickers a little bit in that they
Except
can
they hide.
Yeah, they're not blind, but they'll go and they'll hide and they'll wait for you. And when you come around a corner, they'll jump out at you
Yeah.
and jump scare you. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is really cool actually.
So I'm glad they expanded on the infected a little bit because you see different stages. And
Yeah.
if they were all like they were in the first game, that'd be kind of odd because the infection is happening all over the country.
Right, yeah.
So you can assume that there's different pockets of zombies and different,
Yeah.
and also along with the characters too, like different pockets of resistance and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Which I liked how they showed the WLF and all the other stuff too, like Fedra. They didn't show those in the game, but they talked about them.
Yeah.
Well, you saw the WLF stadium where they had.
Yeah, but you didn't see Fedra though. You saw the lore
That's true.
behind how
Yeah.
Fedra was kind of eradicated by the wolves.
Yeah. I do like that though. It's more realistic that there would be, you know, like you said, pockets of different divisions, you know, throughout the country. There's not like in the first game it was the Fireflies. In
Yeah.
this game it's WLF, you know, and the religious type.
Oh, Seraphites.
Seraphites, yeah.
Which that was cool because you figure there would be some sort of cult springing up somewhere.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, there's that other group at the end too.
Which one?
Trying to think.
We're not going to spoil it, but the slave trader people.
Oh, that's right. So but going back to the exploration, that's weird that you say that some people didn't like it. I mean, you know what? I could see that, but I thought that it was even better in this.
I
game.
really liked it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you liked it in the first game, I don't know how you would dislike it in the second because it wasn't that far off, but it felt better
yeah.
because there's more to make, like suppressors.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
That I was so happy they added that.
I saw a video of somebody trying that, like making a suppressor like that. It actually doesn't relieve any sound, but I mean,
Yeah,
it's just
well-
a game.
Yeah.
It is a game about zombies, so you're not
Yeah.
really talking realism.
Yeah, sure.
But
Yeah.
it was really cool how you could use a suppressor out of a bottle cap,
Yeah.
or not a bottle cap, like a bottle or
I think it
something,
was a
plastic
glass-
bottle.
Was it?
It wasn't
It
glass.
was a plastic.
It was plastic, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And starting off, you have three shots with it before it breaks, but you can actually upgrade it with the upgrade paths later on and get 6 shots.
There are so many
6?
upgrade paths in the game.
Yeah, I know.
You pick up a magazine. You see 3 of them when you first start.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh, dude, this is a lot. And then you pick up another one, and then you add another,
Yeah,
and then
I
you
know.
see another, and you're like, how many? I don't even know where to go down now.
But that's another thing with exploration is the game rewards you for exploring.
Exactly.
You get more pills, and I think the magazines. Okay, so like you were saying, you pick up the magazine and it unlocks a new upgrade path or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's optional. I think it's because I think it's a result of exploring.
What did you guys find the upgrade path that increases your health and things?
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys got was it not archery, but like sharpshooter one or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch.
Shotgun
Yeah. I
think there was like
size
a
or whatever.
Demolition one.
Yeah, there's
I
a
never got
lot.
that one.
Yeah, you can craft bombs better. You craft more bombs
Huh.
at a time.
Yeah,
I think that was an Abby one.
Yeah, I think that's another thing that I think that they took from the first game and just made it better.
Mm-hmm.
They do a lot of stuff like that, honestly. Because the first game, I thought the upgrading system in the first game was perfect, and because this game's bigger and I guess more ambitious, obviously hand in hand to go with that is more upgrading.
Now,
Yeah.
could you upgrade weapons in the first game?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
What was that like?
Same kind of concept, although they didn't have the animations.
You had the table then?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
get down on the table, flick the light on, and then you'd be able to upgrade.
Oh, okay.
But you wouldn't do any of the.
Cool animation.
I really love the upgrade animations.
Those were great.
And I love the little detail of when you would take down the gun, you'd take the bullet out, you'd upgrade the gun or whatever, and when you exit the table, you have to reload that bullet you took out.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
The game is filled with tiny details like that.
Yeah.
Basically, the whole Ellie section, we were like, oh, did you see this? And did you realize you could do this? And just little details that really make the game good.
Yeah.
But now that I think about it, the skill trees, I feel like there are too many.
There were a lot.
Yeah.
Like, you can't upgrade to all of them. I mean, I know it caters to a little bit of a different play style here
Well,
and there.
If you get every single thing in the game, you could probably upgrade all of them to max. But I don't
doubt
think
it.
everybody's going to be looking at.
I doubt
getting
you can
all of
upgrade
them.
everything.
Well, it is a big game, and there are a lot of pills.
There are a lot of.
But I
little
was
secrets.
getting upgrade paths towards the end of the game where there weren't even pills. I mean, I probably could have found them earlier,
Yeah.
but like there were some that I got that I legitimately couldn't upgrade later on.
Yeah, no, I can see that argument. I can see that. I mean, personally, I didn't really see too much of an issue because, I mean, I didn't really focus on it too much. But I could see an overwhelming kind of sense of there's too many upgrades.
I just upgraded the ones that I generally needed.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Like suppressor, I try to get that one as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm.
The Abby part though, I felt myself less inclined to explore.
Oh, I like I was close to speedrunning that. Not really, but yeah, there's no way. I did not explore as much as Ellie's
Because
part.
you lost everything that you got from Ellie, and you have to like basically restart, kind of.
Well, I think there's a bigger issue. I think you're just not invested as much in
Yeah.
that area.
Like with Ellie's part, you can go get safes,
Mhm.
and you have to look around the room to find the safe combination. For Abby's, I would literally just Google it. I would look up the safe combination and just open it because I didn't care about looking around for stuff
Yeah.
as her.
I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool. Like when you went through that alleyway where you get the double barrel shotgun. You said that you didn't get it, but that you went on.
When I went
and
back
then
to
you
get more footage,
did
I
have it.
did have it, yeah.
Wait, I was curious about that. Did you reload a save game or did you replay one of the chapters? Because if you replay a chapter, they give you everything.
No, I reloaded the whole. It was all the same load. I was just playing through the chapters again on the
okay.
same game save. Yeah.
So you basically played the whole game again to get footage.
Practically, yeah.
What did you
Basically.
think your second time around?
Well, I don't know if you can call it a second time around, but no, I would never play the game twice.
Really?
That's I wouldn't play the game twice because the game is extremely messy. I mean, the story. The gameplay is masterpiece.
I was thinking recently I wanted to replay it. Like
yeah,
a week
I felt
after,
the same too.
I was like, I want to replay it because the gameplay is just awesome.
Yeah,
just skip the cutscenes and stuff. But
I don't know. I think the story's too messy for me to do that, and for me at least, I'm always involved in the story. Like story's top tier, thing that makes the game good for me is story.
Yeah, I'm the opposite actually. I skip cutscenes most of the time, but in The Last of Us 2, I didn't.
Yeah,
obviously, because I love the first game.
Yeah,
funny. I would play in the middle.
Yeah,
of that.
I would play the first game again, which would be my 4th time playing it.
Yeah,
easily.
My 4th time, really?
Yeah, I played it twice years ago. I played it, and then I'd play it again. Yeah, but this game, I wouldn't see myself playing it twice.
Probably partially because it's kind of a long game.
It is long,
20-something hours, something like that.
I don't know. I think it's so intricate and so messy that I wouldn't be interested in playing it.
Well, you're in for a ride with Red Dead 2.
Well, I mean,
it's not messy.
Well, no, it's not messy. It's not messy. I'm saying like you're gonna love
I have
it.
an emotional connection to Last of Us. It's different than.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually really excited to play Red Dead.
Yeah,
we need to do a podcast on that one because
yes,
the game is really good.
It's podcast worthy.
Definitely.
Yeah. As soon as I finish Ghost of Tsushima.
Yes,
I love that game so far.
How many hours of gameplay is that?
I think 20. I'm pretty sure. But it's an open world. It's like it feels okay. Side note from all the Last of Us stuff. Combat feels similar to Jedi Fallen Order, surprisingly, because I just got off that game. Yet the open world feels like a Far Cry game.
Far Cry, really?
Yeah, because I don't know. You liberate places.
Maybe one of the newer Assassin's Creeds. It would feel like that because
I haven't played any of those.
The newer ones are more of the Ubisoft style where you go around the open world and like free camps and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, the last Far Cry game I played was 4, so it feels similar to that, at least to me.
Yeah. I mean, to me, it kind of looked like Assassin's Creed a little bit.
Yeah. I haven't played it in the new ones, so I wouldn't be able to compare, or at least.
I'm excited for Valhalla.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to get that on launch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because Odyssey was really good.
Mm-hmm.
So Odyssey is a massive world, though.
So big.
I didn't finish the game because it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
But
I finished it.
I put a good amount of time
70
into it.
hours.
That's what I was saying the other day. They need
That's
to
a lot of
stop
time.
making them so huge.
No, I think I spent over almost 90 hours in the game, and then the story was like 60 or 70. And
the story was not 70. If you just played the story missions, it would have gone a lot quicker.
But I know I was playing through the Atlantis DLC, and it's like adding 2-3 new maps to the game.
But the maps aren't as big.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. Still, though, I think game developers need to calm down with making the maps so massive.
They do.
Like, I get it, like quantity, but you can still make it a really good game with a decent sized map to
Quality.
explore.
Which was a nice break with Last of Us 2, how it seemed huge, but you didn't have to explore everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm glad it wasn't ginormous, so I didn't have to go everywhere and be like, okay, I got to explore this area, and then I got to come back later and put a waypoint here. It's not like that. It's just pure storytelling with good gameplay.
Yeah. And that's
the
what I was saying.
cinematics.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
They're so seamless.
I know. It's like sometimes this happened to you when you were playing. I remember you were, what was it? You were playing and
I stopped at, there was like a cutscene. It went right into a cutscene. Like the cutscenes in it, like from gameplay to cutscene is flawless.
Yeah.
So I walked up to this person and I was like talking to him, and I had like put my arms on these railings. So we were looking out at the city, and I kept thinking the cutscene was still going, and I was sitting there for like 5 minutes, and I was just like, wait, what is she doing?
Yes.
And then I'm like, wait, this is not a cutscene. I'm supposed to be playing right now.
That's how good the game looks.
Like there's no transition at all. It's just
Straight.
There's no black bars that come down for the cutscenes or anything like that. It's just straight up gameplay to cutscene. Sometimes you don't even see it happening.
Yeah.
But the graphics though, kind of go in between with the cinematics and the gameplay.
Okay, I haven't played Red Dead, so this is Red Dead excluded. I think Last of Us 2 is the best graphics I've seen.
I think they're really good. I can't really compare the two though because Red Dead is a massive world, ginormous. So if they had the same level of detail,
Well, he said excluding Red Dead 2 though.
For me.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying. I know what you're saying, but I'm saying you can't really compare them because Last of Us is linear, so they had more time to develop the path that you go along and just add more foliage, add more little details.
Yeah.
Red Dead 2 does have a lot of details, but there's a lot of open space.
Mm-hmm.
So the graphics are amazing, but it doesn't have the same level of detail that a small area could hold.
Right. But I'd say like just solely graphics, like excluding if it's a linear or an open world game. For me, at least, I think it's the best looking game that I've played. Especially the facial expressions.
Yeah,
Yes.
the character models definitely.
No, like playing Ghost of Tsushima, it seems like a game that was made 5-10 years ago compared to The Last of Us 2 facial expressions. They're just top notch.
The character animations too. Every animation actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gun loading animations. I don't know. They put so much work into every little detail of the gameplay.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's insane.
It's really impressive.
Mhm.
There's no lie about that. Even if you hated the game, you can't deny that there's a lot of good about the gameplay.
Yeah.
What I like about both games is the flashlight.
Oh, you mean when you
Like when you turn on the flashlight, it was addicting to keep clicking the button. It's
really?
like yeah, I
I,
don't know.
I actually like that too. I mean,
It
it wasn't addicting. I wasn't just like spamming the
well,
flashlight.
no. When I was
button.
just running, I would just click it on and off sometimes. But
Your right thumbstick is worn out from clicking it.
yes, what I noticed like with the flashlight, you know how some flashlights, they in games they're just like a circle of light,
Mm-hmm.
but with this game it's like realistic movement of a flashlight. When you
The
move,
lighting
the
was
light
good.
stayed that way and then moved with
Oh,
you.
I see.
And
yeah.
then it had the little circle in the middle, kind of like what a real flashlight would have.
The lighting was good.
I don't know. I feel like little details, like you
Yeah.
said before, like that, it just makes the game.
I like the rope physics.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
There were a lot of missions that involved using rope to throw over a barrier and climb it or something. And it was really, really cool because you would grab the end of the rope and you'd kind of coil it up in your hand and then you could just throw it over something.
Mhm. Which you bringing that up, it takes a lot of the puzzles from the first game, and kind of just like builds on it, which I actually
Mhm.
like. They kept
Yeah.
a lot of the same stuff.
Like grabbing the ladders and
Yeah, doing the
not
whole
moving people across the water on
on
wood though.
Yeah, not that, but yeah. Actually, I found the puzzles to be enjoyable in this one too.
Yeah, except the boat one. I was very confused. I actually had to look that one up.
Wait, really?
trying to think.
Which boat one?
Boat.
The boat one where it was Abby's part, and there was like the boat in the warehouse, and then you had to use the rope to get up onto the boat.
With the ladder?
Oh,
Yeah, I was a
Oh,
little bit
I didn't have
confused
to look
with
it
that
up,
one.
but that one was kind of annoying.
Where you had to take the ladder and move it to the other side?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I had trouble with that at first because it wasn't
But there was
exactly
no
obvious.
place for you to go, so I was just like, wait, where? But then you have to throw the rope over it was kind of confusing. But
Oh, yeah. Well, if you press, I think, left thumbstick, another character with you will give you a hint.
Yeah.
oh,
She's like, oh, maybe you should use that ladder. I'm like, oh, duh. And I just moved it. Which is really cool because there are some games where you're stuck in an area, you're like, I don't know what to do here.
Mm-hmm.
But in Last of Us, there's not really many of those parts, even though there are puzzles.
yeah.
Yeah.
What about
The
the
game does-
glass?
Huh?
The glass.
Oh, I love breaking the glass. Like when we go into a room with glass, I would just smash it all
Yeah.
because the physics were cool.
Yeah.
And it was
What were you
pretty
about to say,
realistic.
Kim?
Oh no.
What have we done?
No. I don't know. I forgot.
Was it physics?
No, it wasn't. But we could go off on that. We could just say, was
The
it
blood
physics?
physics.
Huh?
The blood.
Yes. The snow area at the start of
Oh,
the game.
yeah. Well, all the blood in general, though.
Yeah.
Like you'll shoot someone and they'll hit against the wall and then they'll slide down and they'll leave a blood stain where they hit it and then where they slid.
It's really good.
That
Yeah.
one spot later on in the game, I'm not going to say which part it is, but you have blood on your hand, and you put your put your
yeah.
hand on the railing like you're trying to hide, and you pull it off, and there's like a handprint.
Yeah. Another thing is that when you kill someone, like slowly a puddle of blood will start to fill, and if you step in that, you'll see the blood on your shoes slowly. Like as you keep walking, the blood will slowly like come off of your shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's more potent. Like when you first step in the blood. Like
Yeah.
I was playing Ghost of Tsushima the other day, and I was like trying to see if that was the same thing, but I was sad because it didn't do that. But it's like little details like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Really impressive.
Like when that one time, I think I've told you about this, Caleb. I had the hunting rifle, I think it was.
That thing is so good.
I think it's the best weapon in the game. It's not a rifle.
Wait, no,
it's
with
a
the
hunting pistol.
Hunting pistol.
Yeah.
That's what it was. And I shot this dude's leg off with it.
Mhm.
And he looked up at me, and I was like stood in front of him. He's like, "Please don't kill me." And I just beat him with my melee weapon. I was like,
Wait, you didn't even give him a quick death?
"Nope."
Oh man, yeah, the game is so gory, so brutal. Like the most brutal game I played.
Sometimes
it's
over the top.
realistically brutal.
It's over the top sometimes.
What?
Oh yeah, sometimes.
It's what's so I don't know how do we describe this? It's not like Doom gory, but it's
That's more arcade
disturbing.
gory, but this one's more
personal, disturbing. Like
yeah.
these are humans. Like I don't know. If you shoot someone's leg off, they'll start screaming at the top of their lungs and like I shot a lady's leg arm off. She was like looking at her arm and it was squirting out blood. And she's screaming and it like slowly bleeds out. And then like when she's on the ground, you'll hear like gurgle on her blood.
And
Wait, with their
also-
arm shot off?
Yeah,
That's a little weird.
yeah, it is a little weird.
What is it when they talk to their friends or whatever, and they find a dead
Oh,
body,
yeah.
one of their dead bodies? They're sad.
Oh yes, let's talk about the
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 AI.
AI.
Yes.
They'll call out each other's names to go to certain locations.
Mhm.
Like they'll be like, "All right, Ted, go behind the car," and he'll go behind the car, and then they'll call out to the rest of their friends to go to certain locations.
Mhm.
So you can actually anticipate where they're going to be because you know someone's going to go over there. Also, they'll anticipate where you're going to be too. Like they'll see you and they'll tell their friend to go to your location.
Yeah.
Which Chug, you said was in the first game too.
It was, but not to the extent of the second one.
Yeah. And when you kill someone, they'll call out their friend's name,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
which is a really cool detail.
They'll actually run up to their friend and like kind of kneel by him.
And check and see if they're still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really cool. Another thing is that if two AI are having a conversation with each other and you kill one, the other one will notice that the other one's not talking to them, and they'll
Which
know
adds a
something's
new
up.
layer to stealth.
Yeah.
I never knew we needed that until I saw that in Last
Yeah,
of Us.
I know.
But because you actually have to anticipate that they're having a real conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to anticipate that they're not aware of their presence.
Yeah.
So you have to wait until they go out of earshot or their conversation ends.
Yeah.
So there's more variables in
yeah.
the way you play.
And it's like it feels more personal because all of the AI know each other's names.
Which they had to take the time to name all of the NPCs.
Yeah.
Create dialogue for each of them.
Mm-hmm.
That's just insane. No wonder it took that many years to make.
Yeah. Crazy attention to detail in the game.
Imagine if they make a game like that later on. I'm not saying it specifically like Last of Us, but like they actually hire people and you can actually have you in the game as a character that
each
you can get killed or
NPC.
something, like whatever NPC you
I
want.
feel like that'd be a
Gimmick.
not a gimmick, but what are those? A Kickstarter reward or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like people have done that before.
That'd be kind of cool though. Like
Kinda
you could be a character in the game. You could find him and kill him.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like well, not exactly like that, but something similar to how like a lot of attention to detail in the AI is kind of like what I think. What is it? The new Watch Dogs game
Yes.
or something?
I'm not
It
interested.
does not
in
look
that
good.
I
now.
haven't.
though.
I have no idea what any of it's about. All I know is that the AI have their own like jobs or whatever. They have their own schedule or something.
Which that
like
part is really cool.
Yeah.
You can recruit anyone in the entire city to join you,
Mhm.
and they all have different personalities and stuff like that. But we were watching gameplay of it that released recently. The physics are terrible. Like you'll fly out of a car or something, and your character will just slide across the ground.
There's no ragdoll physics.
I mean,
What?
they somewhat are, but they're really stiff looking,
Huh.
kind of like in the second game, which is why I didn't play it.
Yeah. I didn't play any of them. I never really. I mean, the concept is kind of interesting, but I never really
Mhm.
got into them. So
Yeah, I mean, if it was multiplayer, that might be another story.
Yeah.
it's not. I thought it was.
Mm-mm.
I think they might have had a multiplayer mode or something,
Something like that. But the campaign's not multiplayer.
Hmm.
because that would actually be really cool if it was.
Yeah.
Although
It would
maybe
make
it is.
sense
I don't
though.
know.
It would make sense because you could be anyone you want.
Like, have you seen gameplay of like the old grandma you can recruit fighting people?
No.
It's kind of funny.
That's cool. Yeah, but let's see. Back to Last of Us. Yeah, the AI is definitely something that was really impressive to me. It just immersed me more in the game.
Yeah.
I almost wanted to go back and replay those sections.
Yeah. Wait, was it in Ellie's story? There's like we're not gonna say any spoilers or anything. We'll talk about this more maybe later on, but her side of the story is like, I mean, both sides are super violent.
Yeah.
But hers is like really violent.
Really? Wait, I can't remember which one's more violent.
Well,
Definitely Ellie's.
yeah, and then once you get to Abby's, which it's so hard to do this without spoilers.
Yeah.
When you get to Abby's part, you kind of feel bad in a way.
I never felt bad for Abby.
Well, no, not necessarily. Like you feel
I know
like
what you mean.
regret for playing Abby's part.
I know what you mean.
I think we should go to the spoiler part now.
Well, okay, but I think for everyone that doesn't want to hear the spoilers, basically our at least, I mean, me, I can't really, I don't know. You said your mind changed a little bit, but as for me, I think the game's really,
It is a masterpiece in design.
yes, gameplay wise, story.
To me, it's forgettable.
Silence.
It's
No.
choppy.
Story,
choppy.
it's like iffy, but gameplay, I think we can all say it's incredible. Graphics are incredible. It's really a masterpiece.
It's a game worth playing. If someone says it's not worth playing, it's just because they're biased because of the story.
Yeah.
Yeah. The game definitely is, especially if you're a Last of Us fan. You know, if you hold the first game like so dear or whatever, you know, at least give the second game a try.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to see how the story happens. You know, goes further. You know.
Even if you haven't even played the first one, I mean, go listen to our other podcast.
Yeah.
And
it honestly kind of feels like fan fiction a little bit.
What?
The story of the second game.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's like if you were to read it on like a Reddit or something.
You're like,
you'd be
okay, that's interesting, but
no.
it could be better.
Yeah. It was actually my first time playing both games in the past month. So if you haven't played either game and you have like maybe a PS3, PS4, or even if you don't have that, just buy one.
Yeah.
Do something. Just play these games. They're amazing games.
Yeah. Then I guess this is a spoiler warning. So if you don't want to hear spoilers, then log off now, play the game, come back. If you don't mind or don't care, then here you go.
You can stay.
Jay, what's the saying?
Golf with your friends.
No.
What?
Yes, but I thought you were gonna say what was it that you said last time?
I don't remember.
Warned.
Oh, you've been warned? Oh, okay.
But yes.
Why'd you say golf with your friends?
Spoiler
Well,
section's
we're in the
coming up.
spoiler section now.
Oh.
Yeah, golf with your friends.
I didn't realize what you were saying at first.
Yeah. Why would they do that?
I don't know.
I don't get it.
I don't know. So Joel's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Beaten with the golf club.
By the character you play half the game as.
Yeah.
It hurts.
Probably one of the best characters in video game history. Killed in the lamest way possible.
I know.
And he was shot with a shotgun earlier too, beforehand.
I will say one thing though. I think Chug, you disagree with me on this one, but I think his death, like, okay, first of all, that's really annoying. But his death, the way, how do I say this? The golf club and all that, super lame. I was not okay with that. Like, seriously, golf club? Why?
If he died in the game, it would have been fine.
Maybe
if
later.
they did it in a better way.
Yeah. But what I was saying is I think it's fitting because he didn't say anything. And I think that's the whole Last of Us world. Is people don't get to say stuff. People just die left and right. No sob story, no nothing. Joel just, Ellie was looking at him and she's like, Joel, get up. He didn't say anything. He's dead. And I have my own opinions on that whole thing, but the way he died, I think, was really fitting. As in, he didn't say anything. I think in games,
not the way that he was killed, the way he
Right.
died.
Yeah, I think people in video games get too many of this like weird opportunity where they have like 5 minutes of life left and they get to say their whole like life story.
They
Or
give a
whatever.
speech.
Yeah, it's not like that. Joel, he doesn't talk much anyway. He just died.
Yeah.
What I thought was kind of weird was the game kind of misleads you. They kind of make it seem like Ellie never got a chance to forgive him until the very last scene of the game, where it's revealed that she tried to forgive him and she told him that. So you're like, okay, well, I don't feel as bad, but it was still dumb.
That was even then, like that was like maybe a day or two before Joel actually
That was the
died.
day before.
That was the night before.
It was the night before.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which
So-
that kind of annoyed me though, Well, it's realistic. It takes time to forgive for stuff like that, but honestly, it's annoying because Joel never got to see her forgive him. Or
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
I do know what you mean.
It's like, ugh.
Well, I mean, okay, so at the end, he kind of started like crying a little bit. If you notice that,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
like he kind of like sniffled or whatever.
Yeah.
And you could tell that he was kind of emotional. So I mean, it was kind of like a forgiveness between the two.
Those
Yeah.
were the best story scenes in the game, though.
Oh yeah.
Like it was in the first game, Joel and Ellie interactions.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So they had a lot of flashbacks. Like there was one flashback where they go to a museum together.
Oh, I love that one.
That's probably the best flashback.
Yeah.
And they're just going around looking at the dinosaurs and just having banter like in the first game,
Yeah.
which those parts were really good.
Yeah. Those were the best, honestly. And what was it? Oh, like when he before they got to the museum and he like pushed her in the water
Mhm.
or whatever, and then like she pushed him in the water and
Yeah, but
she's-
then you realize that she learned how to swim or he taught her
Oh,
how to
yeah,
swim.
yeah.
And so you're like, people who played the first game are like, oh, she swims
Yeah.
now.
But like this is before she found out that the whole Firefly thing, that was all Joel lied about it. Right?
No,
before-
she knew the whole time.
When they
No,
went to the museum?
No. Like even when she said
Well,
okay, she kind
before
of knew
she
she was
still
lying.
knew.
Yeah.
Because
But it
no
wasn't
one
as
ever told her
bad.
afterwards.
Yeah.
Because you're led to assume that she always knew.
Well, I think she always knew, but before she solidified it, as in
Yeah.
going back to the hospital and finding out what happened.
Yeah, and she confronted Joel directly after.
Yeah. But you see that, I don't know, I feel like the game could have been something like that, as in, their relationship almost like strengthened, because they're like joking around. They feel safe because they're now in a safe place. They're not crossing the country, always being
Mhm.
hunted down.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I really like that part.
Yeah. I mean, I did like how they showed some of the consequences of his actions.
Yeah.
The way she found out and the relationship was kind of torn apart a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
where she wouldn't give him as much time, and she wasn't as patient with him, and she didn't even want to go on like a run, not a run, but what do you call that, like a scouting
Yeah.
thing with him.
I mean,
So
yeah.
their relationship was definitely affected, like you could imagine it would be.
Yeah. She actually didn't forgive him for years.
Yeah.
But
You know what relationship I didn't care about in the game?
I don't
Dina?
know.
Dina.
Like, it's not even solely like I don't know.
Their
it's
relationship, like
it's
in general.
just there's no chemistry.
Yeah.
Like I didn't feel any chemistry. I didn't feel any
The cringy dancing part at the farm
Yes.
sequence,
No, stop.
that part was weird. I'm
I
like,
know.
why is this here? This is not necessary.
It's just weird. Like their personalities don't mesh. I didn't care for Dina too much.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I felt bad for her, like
Yeah.
with the whole pregnancy thing a little
Oh,
bit,
Yeah.
but I never cared about the relationship between them.
Yeah. Like
I did like
notice-
Jesse though.
Jesse was awesome.
Jesse was so cool.
I like his voice.
I know, it's so deep. He's like, ooh.
He's
It's
like,
so-
what?
He's like, I'm not gonna do it again. But yeah, his voice was so cool. But yeah, actually, Jesse was a really likable character.
And then he's
was
shot in the head, never to be mentioned again.
pretty
That made
much.
me mad. See,
Like-
that's what I was saying before the spoilers. Is that like sometimes there are these like okay, there's Dina and the other bad characters. There's Jesse and Tommy got a lot of screen time.
I
But
love Tommy.
yes, but Jesse died too fast. He's
When,
such a
when
good
Tommy
character.
got shot in the head, or Chug, he turned off his game and immediately just left the room. And I was laughing because I knew he was still alive, but I was just waiting for him to get to that part.
But I feel like killing Jesse off was a way to kind of like mix Ellie and Dina with
mean-
the baby.
Yeah, he kinda
'cause it was
had to
Jesse's
die.
baby,
Oh,
and
true.
if he was alive, then Dina would have to be with Jesse.
Not have to, but
They're
he'd
not-
have to be
it would be,
involved
co-
for
it
the
would be
child's life.
complicated.
Yeah, it would have been.
They couldn't have had the farm sequence at the end.
Oh,
Yeah.
I never thought of it that way.
It was weird, like when they were first talking and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like the snowball fight with the kids.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I kind of didn't like that.
she
It
could
was
have pulled out a pistol and.
That would have been
No,
bad.
we shouldn't actually have that in there.
I mean, who knows? It was already so violent anyway. You never know.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
What's like the Modern Warfare campaign? Did either of you guys play it?
Yeah,
You did. Okay.
where you can shoot civilians.
Yeah. No, but that one scene where the dude has he was like on the opposite side of like bulletproof glass or whatever, and your team is in here, and then the enemy team, and they have a lady and her son, and then he's like, if you don't open this door now, I'm gonna start killing civilians, and then all of a sudden he pulls the gun and shoots the lady, and then he grabs the kid and he's like, okay, you can go, and then he runs off and he goes into like this mist, and he just pulls the gun and shoots into the mist, like referring to that he killed the son.
Oh wow.
They didn't actually show it on screen, but it's kind of like, I feel like Last of Us would have put that on screen if that was the case.
Yeah.
Last of Us really tried to make you like characters and then killed them. Or they killed them first and then tried to make you like them later. Like Hotline Miami girl.
Yeah. Wait. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That's an issue.
Well, that's what I was talking about earlier. It says
What is
when Ellie's going on killing spree pretty much in the day 1 through 3, and then you get to Abby's part and you see all these people that she's friends with. Just that Ellie killed them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ellie and Tommy killed almost all of Abby's friends. Actually, all of them.
All of them.
Yeah. Abby didn't kill anyone besides Joel.
Jesse too.
Oh yeah, that's true. Jesse.
I like Manny.
Yeah.
Wait,
Well,
Manny.
He
Manny
got killed
the-
by Tommy.
Who's
See,
Manny?
you don't even
The Spanish guy, right?
The beard guy.
Yeah, I actually did like him, but I forgot all about him.
See, this is the biggest issue what I have with the game. Okay, start of the game, introduce to characters or whatever. Joel dies. Abby kills him. Automatically in my mind, I hate Abby. I hate that group. I don't want anything to do with them.
I hated the group so much. And when Ellie was killing them, I was so happy.
Exactly. Then you play as Ellie, you kill a lot of the people in the group, and you're happy. The other half of the game switches perspectives. Now you're Abby in the same, it like goes side by side, the story. Like
Well,
yeah.
You kind of find out why she killed Joel, though, in the very first part
Yeah,
of her story.
Which you didn't
I
know
know.
that.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which it changed your perspective of the game a little bit.
Yeah.
Because you found out that she was the son of the doctor Joel
I
killed.
mean, daughter.
Yeah, daughter. Well, her body looks like
I
a
don't
son,
know.
but
Who knows?
She-Hulk. Why did her body look like a man's body?
I don't know.
know.
It wasn't even like that. It was
Like buff women don't even look like that.
no, I know. It was weird. Proportions were so odd.
And she must have a lot of protein.
Yeah,
in an
she
apocalypse.
warped
Yeah.
that burrito down. You guys know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, but her friend got 2 burritos. Why didn't she have 2? Like with that physique, she would be
I
eating
know.
2.
I don't know.
She's massive.
Yeah, she's on steroids or something. I mean, they do take pills through the whole game, so
Maybe those are
Possibly.
steroids.
Abby
Or
obviously
something.
wasn't taking the steroids. Or Ellie, I mean.
Yeah.
Um,
What were you saying? Doctor.
doctor. Oh yeah. So you found out that she was the daughter of the doctor, and you're like, oh, I get it now. Whereas
Yeah.
I knew that going in, and I didn't care because she killed Joel anyway.
Yeah. I think that did affect our opinion.
So you actually started to maybe empathize with her a little bit
Mm-hmm.
because you realize, Joel killed her dad.
So you
She
don't know
actually-
what's you look at Ellie. You're like, she literally murdered so many people,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like having second thoughts. I'm like, wait, who's the bad guy here?
Which that was the goal.
Yeah.
They're trying to make you think. But everyone still loved Ellie and Joel.
Yeah.
Well, that goes back to what I was saying before. Is my main issue with the game is that obviously we hate the group. We hate them because they killed Joel, and then when things flip, they start humanizing all of those people. You know what? I don't care because in the beginning of the game, I saw the inhumane thing they did to a character I loved. Like obviously, yeah, Manny, I liked him.
Mel, I absolutely hated.
Who?
Mel, the
Yeah,
pregnant lady.
but I felt
hated
bad.
her.
I did feel bad for
I
her,
felt
even
bad
though
when
she
she
was annoying.
died.
I didn't feel bad for her.
Well, she was pregnant.
I still didn't feel bad for her.
What?
I don't know. It's just
Well, I felt bad for her because she was kind of just put in the middle of the situation, and she didn't deserve that.
with Abby and
Yeah, 'cause
Owen.
Owen
yeah. There's a
truly
love
liked
triangle.
loved Abby, but Mel was pregnant with his kid. So
Yeah.
what are they gonna do?
And
Like,
you know what? It wasn't her fault. I mean, she loved Owen, and it's sad because Owen should have loved her and not been hung up on Abby. Even though I would have wanted Owen with Abby anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I think it was an uphill battle. You start off the
Mhm.
game with absolutely inhumane act, and you hate those characters, and then all of a sudden hey, you're supposed to like these characters now.
I saw a meme on Reddit. It was like, Abby meets Joel. he saves her life and then kills her, and kills him, and then she meets the Seraphites later, and they save her life, and she saves them because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Like, what is that? You slaughtered someone
Yeah.
without a second thought who saved your life minutes before.
Yeah, that's annoying.
And then all of a sudden she's like, I gotta redeem myself with these little kids.
I didn't care for the Seraphite
I didn't
kids.
either.
Yeah, they were kind of annoying.
I thought they were, I don't know. It was like a rehash of what they were trying to do, what they were trying to accomplish in the first game. Like, obviously they weren't trying to do the exact same thing, but the whole like duo with the little boy and Abby,
Mhm.
it was like, I didn't care for it. It's like,
yeah.
I didn't really care for the Seraphite kid. It wasn't as interesting.
You know what I noticed about Abby's story is the first time you're introduced to her dad, they're trying to make him seem compassionate and stuff by helping out the poor zebra stuck in the barbed
Yeah.
wire. And then they immediately throw him into, I gotta kill this little girl for a cure.
Yeah.
I don't think that was enough time to actually care for him.
That's what I was saying, or I said that in one of my videos, is that they try too hard at making him good, like too hard. Like one time, or I don't know, just like, you know, Abby's walking around and she's like, "Hey man, like, are you okay?" And it's like, come on, like even with Joel and Ellie, we knew they weren't perfect. We knew they
Yeah.
were messed up. Like, come on, give them at least some sort of human, you know, conflict in their own personality.
Wait,
You know, not-
imagine playing the first one again. You get to the end. Having known like Last of Us 2, having played through it and stuff. Then you walk into the operating room and you're like, "Hey, Abby's dead. I'm gonna
Oh.
kill you now," and you're like happy.
and then
It changes your
Abby
perspective.
She-Hulk jumps through the wall and cracks her neck.
She's
Yes.
a bloater all of a sudden, just bashing down every wall.
But that's what I'm saying. Like it, even if you played the first one again and you know for a fact, you're still gonna kind of enjoy
Yeah, you still want to kill everyone.
killing him.
Exactly. Like, I don't know if their goal was exactly to make you regret, or not regret, but not totally agree with that decision. If it was, then they failed, because I'd still play the same game again, the first game again, like you said. If they gave me a choice, I'd still kill Abby's dad to
Mhm.
save Ellie.
Mm-hmm.
But
At the end of the game, they tried to make you empathize with Abby even more, with her getting captured. Her and the Seraphite, was that Lev?
Yeah.
yeah,
Kid's
I
name?
think so.
When she wasn't muscular and didn't look like a freak, I actually kind of felt bad for her, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, you see like the horrible state she was in, and you're like, okay, I don't want her to get killed anymore.
I kind of just wanted them to go their separate ways.
Yeah.
And then like when she's like, "I want you to fight you," I'm like, "Really?
I'm like,
Ellie,
yeah,
stop!
let's stop. You're
don't."
both like
Yeah,
nearly
I know.
dead at this point.
And
That-
then also Ellie lost the only thing she had left, her fingers to play the guitar. The same.
Wow, I thought you were gonna say Dina
Yeah.
and the baby.
No, she was gone.
I care about the fingers more.
Yeah. No, but she literally lost everything in the
Yeah.
end, and then that was the end.
I say, yeah, it's that you bring. It's funny that, or now that you bring that up, I said this before, but I think the game totally like pivots on when Abby is basically choking Ellie, and it seems like she's gonna kill her. That moment, you don't want Abby to kill Ellie, and then later on, when it's Ellie and Abby, or no, yeah, Ellie killing Abby, you don't want Ellie to kill Abby. Like, I think it all revolves around if you feel the same way when Abby's trying to kill Ellie as you do when Ellie's trying to kill Abby.
I've
Yeah.
heard it. If they actually swapped, let's say the first game was you playing as Abby, and then they kind of just say the first game you played as Abby and maybe her dad or something like that, and then the second game started out with Abby and her dad, and then it transferred to Ellie and Joel. How would you feel? Would you feel any different? Would it be the same? I don't know.
You know what I think would have been cool is if they made a DLC for the first game where you play as young Abby and her dad.
Ooh.
Different part of the country, leads up to the point where they join the Fireflies, and then it ends there. And you don't know anything about it until the next game, and then you put 2 and 2 together that he was the doctor.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
That would have changed everything.
That would have made it, I think, a lot more effective.
Because then you'd be like, you would have accepted that it's a DLC, new characters. It doesn't have to be the same ones.
Yeah.
And then you might actually start to like the characters a bit. But they throw Abby in your face. You don't care about her.
Exactly. Yeah. I think one character from Abby's storyline that I did really like is Owen.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was pretty cool.
I said this in one of my videos. I think Owen is probably the most morally sane person out of everyone.
Well, even though he's like, my girlfriend / wife, whatever,
Okay.
is pregnant with a baby. Except I want to go with you.
Okay, well,
instead, like, what is that?
Everything aside, everything aside from that, I think he is the most morally sane person because
You don't see him slaughter anyone in cold blood.
you don't, and you see him reason with people. Like
Yeah.
when that one guy was trying to kill Ellie and Tommy, and he's saying, the job's done. We finished here. We don't need to be here anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So he saved Ellie's life.
Exactly. And later on, when or in one of the flashbacks, when him and Abby are on the Ferris wheel, he was talking to her and he was saying, hey, or she said something about like the Fireflies, and he's like, well, Fireflies weren't perfect. I mean, didn't we blow up checkpoints and kill innocent soldiers that were just trying to do their job?
Yeah,
like
true.
he understood things from a lot of different points of view.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was a really good character.
Mm-hmm. And it was cool how he liked the aquarium and stuff. Like that was
Yeah.
his secret area or whatever.
Yeah,
I'm surprised nobody else like went in there, or there was no zombies. I mean, he probably cleared them out, but
yeah,
I'm just surprised that nobody else found sanctuary within there. 'Cause
yeah.
it was a cool place.
I was just thinking, they actually accomplished with the story what they were trying to accomplish. The problem is, it wasn't great to begin with.
yeah.
It
What
is
their
not
goals.
what people wanted.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they hit their mark. It just wasn't the mark they should have been aiming for.
Exactly. Yeah.
With the whole revenge story and stuff, it works with the story we were given,
Yeah.
but it wasn't the story anyone wanted.
Yeah. It's like once you accept the fact that Joel's dead, that happened, and you can kind of experience the story as it is, Yeah, I'd say they accomplished their goal. I
Yeah.
felt bad for Abby. I didn't want Ellie to kill her. I sympathized with some of the characters in Abby's storyline, but at the end of the day, I still side with Ellie and Joel. I would do it all over again,
Yeah, just like he said in the
Joel
end.
says.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He says it in the very beginning, actually.
no, he says in the end.
No, he only,
2 times.
Oh, he says
only
it,
the
yeah, he says
beginning.
it.
He tells it to Tommy,
Yeah.
very first scene of the game, and then at the end, too, to Ellie.
I watched the scene again. He didn't say that.
I thought he did.
No.
Oh, no, Tommy was like, if I was in your shoes, I would have done the
Yeah.
same. That's
Yeah.
what it was.
Yeah.
And then Joel tells Ellie that he'd do it all over again.
Mm.
Kill all their fire. I mean, if you think about it, that's a really messed up thing to do.
Yeah, but
Kill
that-
all those
that-
fireflies.
It's in his mind. It's like Ellie was his world,
Yeah.
so he would do anything. It doesn't matter what.
What about the leader of the Fireflies, the lady, though? You only come after her, shoots her in the face.
Yeah. I was happy about that, but I understand.
Yeah.
she even raised Ellie, though.
Yeah, so she
Well, Ellie
actually
didn't know
had-
that he killed her. She thinks that she's still alive somewhere.
Mm.
Oh, she doesn't know that he shot up the hospital.
Oh.
She just knows that he took her away.
Wow.
Wait, actually, doesn't she, when she goes in the flashback to the hospital, doesn't she see bloodstains?
Oh, I think she sees the doctor dead. I think.
I thought they left. I thought there were bloodstains on the walls. Yeah, there were bloodstains on the floor. And
Oh,
walls.
yeah, you're right. You're right, actually, yeah.
No, that flashback. It was actually from that night.
Hmm.
It wasn't her going back to it.
Really?
Yeah.
She did go back to the hospital. though.
She went back to the hospital.
Oh, she went back into the
I just
room?
don't know if she saw the dead bodies.
No, there weren't bodies, but I'm pretty sure there were bloodstains. So she kind of knew
She
something.
probably
violent
got
went
an
down.
idea. I mean, he'd have to take her away by force. So.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, the Firefly lady, she probably had more reason to not let Ellie, get killed or whatever for the cure than anyone else.
Exactly.
Mhm.
But it's because Joel had that horrible past where he lost his daughter, and he's so broken that he made that decision to kill everyone.
Well,
Yeah.
I liked when the doctor scene, when you found out that her dad is the doctor or whatever, the Firefly lady came in and she was just talking to him about how this is a bad idea, how they shouldn't kill her and different things like that.
Mhm.
So you knew that it wasn't her idea. If that
Oh,
makes sense.
yeah.
It was the doctor's idea.
Yeah,
So at the same time, you're like, okay, I'm kind of glad that he killed the doctor because he wanted to kill.
yeah.
Yeah,
innocent
but they tried to
girl.
make you have compassion on the doctor too.
Yeah, but then Abby came in and she's like, if that was the case, then I would
I want you to.
would want you to kill me.
Yeah.
And then he didn't say anything.
I'd want you to kill me. That just sounds worse.
Well, it's like Ellie wanted her life to mean something, and that was the
Mhm.
biggest thing. Because I think after that, I think she didn't find purpose in
Mhm.
herself. Like she
Yeah.
didn't know what her life meant anymore.
And she talks about that too. Like she doesn't feel like there's any meaning to life.
Yeah, that's
And-
why she's so different.
Yeah. And she's distant from everything too.
Mm-hmm.
And you actually feel that, which I think they did a good job writing.
Yeah.
but you can tell that she likes Joel, but she's distancing herself from him. But when he died, she realized that he was the only thing she had left, and that's why the whole revenge thing kicked in.
And that's
Because
why,
she was willing to die basically to avenge Joel, and she didn't care about her own life anymore or the lives of her friends.
That's actually, yeah.
because
That's
she left Dina and the baby
Yeah.
to just finish it.
Even someone that she loved and everything was good. She had her own farm. Everything was perfect. Yet she cared about Joel so much that she wanted to avenge him. She was having nightmares, wasn't she?
Yeah, well, it's
Yeah.
like nightmares, and also there's the barn where she had like PTSD kind of
Yeah.
thing.
That's how
She
much
was
Joel
screaming,
meant to
and
her.
she woke up and the baby was crying,
Oh yeah.
screaming in the baby's face.
Well, no, even at the end, she was cut and she looked at her hand and saw the blood, and then she was reminded of Joel's blood
Yeah.
when he was dying, and then it was like fast, but you know what she was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
That's when she wanted to fight her.
It's really sad.
Yeah,
But it was also a good game, though. I really enjoyed
good
it.
game. Story was just not that great.
It's nothing. I don't think it's anything anyone wanted.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't think all the hate is deserved, especially because of the leaks.
Oh yeah.
Like, they only leaked the bad stuff. They never leaked anything good about the game.
Yeah.
Like, you think there would have been, the attention to detail is amazing. No, it was just Joel dies and you play as his killer.
Yeah.
Also, people were saying you also killed Ellie as Abby.
Really?
They were saying that, yeah.
Huh.
That's what I had heard at first. And I was really mad about that.
I didn't hear that one actually. That would have made me really mad. Yeah.
that theater scene
Theater.
That right after,
where you're
where you-
hunting Ellie.
where Ellie
Oh,
is
yeah.
after you as an AI.
I actually really like that because you see her crafting things, and then you hear Abby saying whisper. She's like, "What is she doing?"
No, but it's you saw me do this. It was like after I got back from
Oh yeah.
the what is it, Tommy getting shot. I was just like, it kept going on with Abby. I'm like, no, I want to play as Ellie. What is wrong with this game?
And at one point he got mad. He's like, all right, Ellie, come kill me. And he just let himself get killed.
I'm like, yes, this is how it should have ended.
I did the same thing when they were on that tall building or like scaling that tall, what is it, crane or something? And she was like scared of the heights. I just like tilted my controller over or my analog stick and made her fall.
Yes.
Yeah. There are compilations on YouTube of Abby dying in every way possible.
There was a video I saw where it's like after Last of Us 2 released, a person put a video out where it's like killing Abby's dad in every way possible. You saw that?
I saw that. You sent it to me.
Wait, how did they kill him in multiple ways?
Shotgun, pistol,
Oh, I see.
Flamethrower.
bottle. Oh no, he shot him in the foot and he died.
No, he threw a brick at him
He
and
didn't
it
die.
didn't do anything.
Yeah,
It's so funny.
yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's not the story that any of us wanted, but
It was still a good game. Still worth playing, definitely.
oh yeah,
I would even say it's worth $60.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say
It's
so.
a masterpiece game that's like once in a lifetime.
It's like
kind
a
of thing.
broken masterpiece game. Wait, what? So people are like
A flawed
saying-
masterpiece.
Yeah, flawed
Yeah.
masterpiece. That's what it was.
Yeah, it's definitely a story that's unconventional. You're not going to see something like this. I think it's a bold choice.
It's not a game that you go in and you're gonna have happy thoughts the entire time.
It's mixed emotions
Yeah.
all over the place.
The only genuinely happy times I had were when you were killing Abby's friends at the beginning.
Yes.
Like, for real. Like, I was happy. I wanted to see those people die.
You replay it over and over.
But after that, you actually start feeling bad about them.
Yeah, to an extent.
Depends on who. But
well,
yeah.
mostly you don't really feel. I mean, you do feel bad, but you're like, oh wait. You think about it. You're like, wait, I killed that lady with Ellie. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're talking to Owen as Abby, and you realize that, Ellie's going to shoot him in a day.
Yeah, and then as the story goes on, you begin to more, like Owen. I think it's I don't know. It's an uphill battle, but I think they hit the mark with a couple of the characters.
One way they hit the mark that I thought was really cool after the fact was the sniper section, which I hated that part so
Yes.
much. Like, the whole
Yeah.
section was just annoying. This guy has infinite ammo and a perfect aim. You peek your pinky finger out and he'll shoot it off. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm gonna kill the sniper.
Yeah, and I wanted to shoot him so badly.
Mm-hmm.
But then I saw it was Tommy, one of my favorite characters, and I'm like, no, don't kill him.
Yeah, you see.
I mean, I knew he didn't die there, but still.
Yeah.
They actually hit their mark with that because they're showing the opposite side. and how you just hate this person, but wait, you actually like this person.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I like that side of things.
Yeah.
Different perspectives and all that.
It's not another type of story that I like to see again. It's good to experience once.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know if I'd want it to be The Last of Us that took that one story that's different, but I mean, it's what we got, so pretty good.
Yeah. Really good game, though. Good gameplay.
Very.
Yeah.
What would you guys give it out of 10, you think?
Well, I usually don't do like numbers, or I don't know. For me, at least. Obviously, I'd say it's worth buying, but if I was to give it out of 10,
I personally would say 7.5.
probably around the same.
I was going to say 8 before.
Yeah, that's
definitely
around there.
not anything over 9, or not 9.
Not even a 9, no.
No.
If it was a good story, it would have been over a 9.
Yeah.
I mean, the first game is a 10 out of 10.
Oh yeah, that game's amazing.
Second game, 7.5, just because of the great gameplay and details.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it was a good story, it would have boosted it up.
Yeah.
But I don't think it ever would have reached the mark of the first game,
No.
no matter what. Like, maybe at max 9.5.
Yeah.
Maybe even if they did it the right way.
That's what I mean. Like, even if they did it good, it couldn't take over how good the first game was.
No way. No. They could have built upon it.
Mm-hmm.
Showed they showed the conflict, but experienced the conflict throughout the whole game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be it for this episode. If you want, you can go check out our Discord. We're always willing to have new people join.
Yeah, and we're always open to having suggestions. We've already got a couple, actually, which we should look into. But, yeah, podcast suggestions. You also see our YouTube channel on there, too.
Yeah. The new videos or streams, it notification pops up whenever you want to see it.
And we usually play Bean Battles a lot.
Yes. I love how we're talking about Last of Us 2, a realistic, dark, gritty game. Bean Battles. You play as a bean.
It's awesome.
It's not.
I have like 10
something
hours
we
in that
can-
game now.
Yeah, literally.
Are you serious?
It's
I haven't
ridiculous.
checked mine.
You have more than that because you're like level
Probably.
30 something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but we play Bean Battles with like a big group of our subs and even some people from the podcast, I think.
It's such a stupid game, but it's amazing.
Yeah.
We should play Gary's mod, Prop Hunt, and stuff like that.
Yes.
should.
That'd be
We
fun.
actually, we really should. That'd be
Mhm.
awesome. We can get a huge lobby.
Get like 15 to 20 people in
Do
there.
some TTT. Trouble in
Yes.
Terrace Town.
Oof.
That's awesome.
But yeah, Discord server.
Yes. So, yeah, if you want, you can come join it. So, yeah, thanks everyone for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode.